So how do you save a ton of money while preparing for an emergency? With an at-home, in-home freeze dryer from HarvestRight.com. Freeze dry your favorite foods, meats, vegetables, and fruits, and even entire meals. Make it a part of your long-term food storage strategy with an in-home freeze dryer from HarvestRight.com. Click the link below right now. Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV Alternative Media Television. We have a breaking update. War has officially begun in Ukraine with the first reported fatality, allegedly, being reported by the Ukrainian government. The illegal, violent coup that was backed by the West that overthrew the legal Yanukovych government just a few weeks ago has reported an attack on one of their soldiers, either coming from a sniper or armed gunmen. There's been two reported stories floating out and around through the blogosphere and the mainstream media, taking out what they call a self-defense Ukrainian fighter. Now, let's wade through the hogwash here a little bit and wade through the mainstream propaganda. Firstly, Russia, which just has officially annexed Crimea successfully without firing a single shot, peacefully, non-violently, would have no reason to fire and to encourage some kind of blood revolt or some kind of bloody physical confrontation with Ukraine at this given point in time. After being largely and completely and utterly successful and defiant in emerging the victor compared to the West and their erroneous, weak, and totally ridiculous and meaningless sanctions put on an odd number of Russian personnel. This to me smells rotten and smells totally crafted and created by the West and the new Ukrainian government that of course has recently disposed Yanukovych. Now Obama has been put into a corner, being perceived as a weakling and probably the weakest, most dangerous president in the history of America. Even the defense minister of Israel came out with some very harsh remarks towards America and the president, saying that Israel is going to have to act alone in these parts of the world, not just with their relationship and their intended war with Iran and that propaganda war that they're engaged in, places like Syria, but also the Ukraine. So this breaking right now, live, officially, bloodshed, the first fatality reported allegedly by a Russian soldier who, by the way, would have no reason, and Russia would have no motive after successfully taking back what was rightfully theirs and what was voted by a 97% vote by the people, for the people. This is what democracy is all about, folks, to join the Russian Federation. Crimea hosting one of the largest ports of the Navy, the Russian Black Sea Naval Fleet, and most of the majority speaking Russian and identifying themselves as Russian. People with tears in their eyes over the past few days after the successful annexation to the Russian Federation and in response to Vladimir Putin's very emotional and vibrant speech that was delivered yesterday. Again, this smells rotten, folks. This is the beginning of the end of an orchestrated coup put together by the United States, Western interests from the very beginning, that is now evolving and molding, just like we had feared would, into a much greater regional global conflict. Get this out, make it viral, share it with your friends and family, click that link below to support our sponsor, and get it out everywhere.